For some reason, this is reminding me a little bit of Salvation Mountain, just outside of Slab City in Southern California. Not quite sure why. So here we are at the Frontera Sculpture Park in Columbus, New Mexico. And if we look over here, there's not a whole lot to see. But we got this bottle thing. Oh, maybe it's an angel or an owl. I'm not quite sure what it is. Let's keep looking. We got kit. That's always a good thing. It's always a good thing to have a kit. Over there it says we. This is just one of those, quirky things that I come across periodically. I decided it's worth making a stop. So these are ducks, swans. I don't think they're chickens. I think those are duckheads. We got a bunch more of them over here. What do you think this is? I got nothing. For some reason, this is reminding me a little bit of Salvation Mountain, just outside of Slab City in Southern California. Not quite sure why. What it is. Well, that's kind of interesting. With the bent rebar and the stuff that can actually move. There is quite a bit of wind today. Alright, now this one, look at this right here. That's a piece of wood. I'm not quite sure what it reminds me of. A lot. Did you get stuck on a cactus? Stuck on cactus, dude. Got a wheelbarrow over there. Rebar and rocks. Oh, with kind of sculptured faces there. Interesting. Alright, let's see. What's this say? Otto. No idea what that means. Let's go take a look. Oh, and interesting, it's palindrome. Huh. Kid's dragging me off someplace. Must have something important to do. Oh, and is this perhaps a sign that maybe tells us something about this place? Yes. The modest beginning of a sculpture garden known as Frontera Sculpture Oasis began with the very concrete and fundamental input of Stephen Lazowitz. Later, it was the generosity and vision of Virginia Miller Boyle, her son and daughter-in-law, Kenneth and Patricia Young, that made this possible. The Oasis is a way of humbly saying thank you to the Mother of God, to Mother Earth, and all mothers for the miracle of life, for your selflessly giving for the happiness of all. Thank you, Mama. So, now at least we know something. Besides the fact that it's freaking windy. Look at this barrel cactus. That's cool. Get out of there. know what you think you smell, but you probably don't need to be. Alright, so this is kind of a cool sculpture, actually. Okay, come on. Get out of there. Let's go this way. You got this guy here. He's pretty colorful. And, this structure kind of reminds me of Tinker Toys. Sort of. Interesting. It's okay, it's okay. That's kind of where we started there. But it looks like we can go into this one. Sort of. Alright, this is pretty colorful. I wonder if this is supposed to represent the Ark or something. Got no idea. But hey, we're out of wood for a moment. Alright, so I think that about does it.
You're filming, aren't you?
I am now. Alright, well, just another little Mexican border town. This one is called Puerto Palomas.
They pretty much call it Palomas.
Okay, so we're gonna check this out, get some lunch, do a little shopping, see what's up. Apparently this is the main shopping store. It's called the Pink Store. And it's interesting because Los Algodones has the Purple Store, also known as Liquis. This guy was pretty cool outside of the store. And here you got a shot of the inside. They had a lot of decorative stuff and little knickknacks and so forth. I actually got a poncho kind of thing and an extra blanket. And then we had lunch, margaritas, and ended up at Pancho Villa State Park in New Mexico. Cute little town, not a tremendous amount to do there, but it was definitely a fun stop. All right, I'm here at Pancho Villa State Park in Columbus, New Mexico. I'm gonna do a really poor job of telling the story while I'm showing you some of the artifacts from the era. This is a 1915 Dodge touring car with bullet holes from the Pancho Villa raid. Pretty interesting circumstances. This is all taking place at the time that America is just about to join the First World War. So, 1914, 15, 16, 17. Here's an example of what living in a tent at the furlong camp could be like. Got some old wagons here. Look at this, four-wheel drive auto company from Clintonville, Wisconsin. So it's also an era of changing military strategies, of course, as time is going by. But this is really the story of Mexican infighting among Pancho Villa and Cervantes, I think it is, and German intervention in those fights, which is really pretty interesting. And as I said, I'm going to really butcher the whole story because it's a fairly complicated undertaking. But this is where General John Blackjack Pershing was leading the troops. This is the Dodge touring car example, and it was Patton who declared that this was, how to have modern warfare versus, horses in terms of being able to be more successful. We do still have, this is interesting. So this is a McClellan saddle with very large stirrups. And this is a Chihuahuan saddle. Pretty differently shaped, big pommel on that one. And pointy stirrups, interesting. And we got some other saddle examples over here as well.
But really, it was the touring car that kind of made the difference in being able to move forward in this military expedition. So really cool exhibits here. If you ever find yourself in the area, I highly recommend coming on down. The state park had, when it was declared an historic register, there were 9 historic buildings remaining. Now there are only 7. The whole situation is really pretty complicated and not something that I had ever really heard of. So, yeah, check it out. And the people here are really nice too.